Hi crafty friend, it's Justine. Today I'm going to put together one card on camera here, and then I'll show you two more that I've made with this really fun die that is the Stitch Die of the Month for May 2023. And this stitching die is called Stitch Balloon Card Front because, as the title says, it's going to make stitch balloons on a card front. So the actual die itself is an A2 panel, and it cuts out 4 holes for balloons, and then it etches in little spaces here for the other 2 balloons to go. And then it puts in kind of like a piercing area for the lines for the balloon ribbons. And when you are die cutting out this piece, the die also punches out 2 of the stitch balloon pieces and then 2 of just regular balloon pieces. So you are supposed to, the die was meant to stitch this green side and then put this behind it and then put that on the card, because you can see a little bit through the holes there. But I am not going to use the solid ones today because I just really am not feeling that. And so I'm just going to glue them on as they are. So I kind of went crazy with stitching balloons, so I have a lot here today, and my mom was stitching some as well, so thanks to her we have a lot of balloons to play with today. You can make the card just have 2 stitch balloons and 2 regular balloons if you want, but I thought that it would look kind of fun if it was nice and full and had 6 balloons, because there are 6 lines going down to make the ribbon. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of double-sided tape on the back of this card panel because this is going right onto my card base. And I've had this tape in my stash for a while, and I'm just trying to use what I have before I buy some more adhesives. Right now I need to do an unboxing because I just recently got my order from Spellbinders, and I did pick up some of their double-sided adhesive, so I can't wait to try that out. I've never tried Spellbinders adhesives before, so I'm sure that that will be fun to try. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this up because I have it, and if you don't know, we're going through a renovation, and I'm hoping to move back into my craft room sometime, and it's just one less thing to move downstairs. So there's that. And then for the skinnier areas by the balloons on the edges, I will just use some Biggerly Art Liquid Glue so there's no gaps. And my card base is an A2 card base, like I said, so it's just 5 1/4 or 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Pretty standard size. Now with these balloons I kind of got crazy, and I will be posting another video where I use the stitch balloons in 2 other ways, not with the card panel. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe and you will see those soon on my channel. Okay, I had these balloons kind of arranged how I wanted them. I didn't particularly want them in rainbow order, but just kind of a mixture, as if they were at a party just kind of hanging out. So that's the look I was going for. The actual stitching part of the balloon is fairly straightforward. You would start your stitching and you'd go up the outside down through the center, and you just go around the whole balloon, and then you can just tie it off. It's really not too complicated. It's very similar to how I stitch on the flowers. So if you're interested in how I stitch on balloons, check out some of my stitching videos. I have a whole playlist called Stitching on Cards, and there's all sorts of tips and tricks and all sorts of inspiration. But if you do have any questions about stitching or just anything regarding crafting or card making in general, let me know in the comments and I can help you out. but this is a very straightforward stitching die. I think this will be a popular one again because the last couple stitched dies from Spellbinders that have been the monthly ones have been extremely popular, and one of them, or maybe I think two of them, have sold out actually. So if you are interested in this one, make sure you pick it up quickly. So this video, when you're watching it, when this video is released, it will be May 1st. So it'll be May 1st. So you can either add that or you're going to change it up. You can add that to your subscriptions if you are an existing subscriber, or on the 6th you'll have to add that to your subscriptions if you are not currently a stitching subscriber. So mark your calendars. But if you're needing a reminder about that on the 6th, go ahead and join my Facebook group. I have a link for that in the description, and I always post on there basically every day, but it's a great place to get inspiration, and I do post reminders when things are available. So that hopefully can help out a few people. And of course I will have this die linked in my description. Some of the links in the description are affiliate links, so they definitely help support this channel, so I really appreciate that and any support you have. Now I did tuck this red balloon behind the yellow one just because I didn't want the end of the balloon to be on top of the yellow one. To have it tucked behind kind of gives the illusion that this string is for this balloon. Okay, last balloon. And then to add my sentiment to the card, I used the stamp set from this month as well. And that stamp set's called All About You Wishes. And I grabbed the stamp Today is All About You from that stamp set. And then I used black ink, and I think I embossed this one. Yes, I did heat emboss this, so it definitely has a little bit of shine. You can see there. My go-to stamping is black ink, clear embossing powder. I just love the shine. Plus it's very crisp. Alright, now that my balloons are all set, I'm going to add my sentiment, and I think I'm going to embellish with some gems because why not? I'm going to put my sentiment right about here, and I just kind of kept it simple, kind of neutral with black and white. And I'm going to actually embellish with, of course I just made that crooked. I'm going to embellish with some of those gems, or they're kind of like half stone balls from Spellbinders, but these are really fun. That way it doesn't have to be too glittery or glitzy. You can kind of stay neutral. Perhaps I'll use this for a birthday card for a boy. Alright, there's a look at my finished card. Next, I'll show you my other two that I made with this die set. Here's a look at the other two that I made with this die, so you can see all three. The other two are a little more pastel and a little more girly. I pulled out some of the larger sequins from a embellishment pack. I'll show you the label here. It's from Mix Ups, and you can see some of the bigger gems are kind of big in there, and I decided to pull those out for a shaker card that I was going to make, and instead of them getting lost in the abyss of my craft room, I just quickly glued them on to the first two cards that I made, and I think that they worked really well with this because they are kind of like that pinky color. And I love these things. These are really exciting to use. I made a really fun shaker card with the glimmer of the month. So that will be on my channel coming soon, and I'm also going to use these in a couple more days. So if you're interested in seeing what I make with these mix-ups, stay tuned. This one's the Sonic Boom. Oh my goodness, that was open. Starting my life. Well, okay. Sonic Boom has boomed on my desk. Anyway, and then there's another one that I have. They have a few different kinds, but there's also these. So they look similar, but there's more of like the candy kind of looking things here. This one has rainbows. Conveniently, one spilled on my desk, so I will show you. But isn't that adorable? A little rainbow. Anyway, but this one is called... Cool, there's no name of that. This is really going well. Surprise Party. That's what these are called. So we have Surprise Party and Sonic Boom. Boom, confetti everywhere. This is the collateral damage of crafting, you know? Anyway, for the other two cards, I did use the same stamp set as the first card. I just added it right onto the panel this time, and I added Make-A-Wish. And then on this one, I use some Distress Oxide. Oh, what was it? Picked Raspberry was the color I used for this one. And it just kind of was subtle pink, you know? Anyway, let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. I think my favorite would probably have to be this pink one, because it just kind of is. No, hang on. I'm going to pick the blue one because it just kind of, it's all my favorites. If it had purple on it, it would be even better, but I don't know. I'd say that they're all kind of fun, but this is probably my favorite. Anyway, I will see you in my next video. Go ahead and subscribe, and by my next video, I'll have my desk all cleaned up, and it'll be ready for a whole new card. Let's see. Tomorrow is the Glimmer video, so if you're ready for some shaker cards, stick around. They're really cool this month, so I think you'll like them. Anyway, come back tomorrow and we'll have fun. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Okay, so I had to come back on and add these star embellishments. After they were spilled all over my desk, I thought that they'd look really cute on this card, and I think they kind of work with the white from the stamp. So we are going to add that right on there. And I love the way that it looks. So I'm really happy with the way that it ended up. You know, as Bob Ross says, it was a happy accident. Anyway, now goodbye for real, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.